name is Krystal, and I want to share what my experience with the 10-day cleanse was. First of all, I just want to start with I absolutely loved it. It was an amazing experience for me just to have something that totally refreshed and restarted what my life had been leading up to. I don't know if that exactly makes sense, but the 10-day cleanse, I loved how it incorporated all the knowledge of teaching, okay, this is what you're physically going through, let's find out what's causing that issue. And I loved that. The juices, I could feel the difference when my body actually got the nutrients it needed, and the way that my body reacted to that, it felt happier, it felt lighter, and I was finding myself, as I was feeling better, moving more without even having to think about it. I was happily getting up to do something. I was happily getting up and doing things that I wouldn't have before this wanted to do. I would have, I'll do that later. I had suddenly the motivation to do those things because physically I was feeling better. Yes, I had always been loving to do a passion. When I had something to focus on, I loved and I focused on that. But when my body was feeling good as well, I felt that tenfold increase. As well, right off the bat, I noticed my brain fog, which I hadn't even realized I had, was gone. As I started incorporating the spectralight, using the light frequencies to help remind my body how it's supposed to be, as I was detoxing all of the toxins, everything out, I saw that difference in my brain. My thoughts were clearer. I was able to think back, and I remembered things a lot faster than before. And I'm still young, so you'd think that I would have still had a really good memory, but I hadn't even realized the difference. And well, also I lost 15 pounds with this cleanse. Just in that time of the cleanse, my body got rid of a lot of inflammation. I could feel the difference, specifically in my gut, in my stomach, in my waist, all of those. I just could feel the difference. I felt not slim, but I felt better. And for me, that was huge, as I've been dealing with being overweight for years. To feel that, whoa, where did it all go? It's gone. And the inflammation was gone. That was just a huge feeling for me. And I loved the classes of learning the emotions, okay? What's going on if you're hurting or in pain, or if there's something holding on in this area, what's the emotions, what's causing that, and what can we program into your thinking so that you can release that and let go of it, and healing can enter into that area wherever it may be. Another thing that I saw a huge difference in was my cravings. When before, I often would have late night cravings of just, I want to snack on something, I need something right now. When I was on this 10-day cleanse, I could feel I didn't want the normal things that I wanted. I didn't want those anymore because I liked how I was feeling too much. I liked the feeling of my body too much, that those things that had once been a need less than a longing, they didn't affect me anymore. And that was huge because I hadn't even realized that there was a difference. I hadn't even realized that there was a difference between that need for something and realizing I don't need that anymore. And when my body had the nutrients, the juices, the light, when it had gotten out of all the toxins, I could feel what my body was truly wanting, and for me that was huge. I felt happier with myself. I kind of already went off of that with physically, but emotionally I found myself a lot happier. I felt bubbly, and I've always been a happy person, but it came so much easier, specifically during these 10 days, that it was just consistent. I mean, it's intense. It's 10 days of just full on focused on how to heal yourself, on how to help your body heal yourself. That's pretty intense. not only on the physical, but pretty much on the mental, the spiritual, everything in between. And yeah, I still felt light in all of this intenseness. I still felt a gratitude for my body, which I hadn't really had before. I'd always been, why are you doing this to me? Why can't I lose the weight? Why can't I? And instead, when I got back to that feeling of feeling good, I was feeling gratitude. Oh my gosh, look at what I'm able to do. Look at my brain capacity. Look at all of these things that I'm able to do now. I was finally able to truly feel that, which I hadn't truly been feeling before. And that's huge. That's huge. At least it was for me. And it didn't even stop. I mean, I'm recording this testimonial after the cleanse because I wanted to see how long does it keep? How long does this last after the cleanse, or does it just kind of stick with those 10 days? It's been a couple of weeks since the cleanse. I still feel really good with my body. I still feel a clarity of mind that I didn't have. And I'm still using the nuggets and the jewels in the classes that I got. And so that knowledge I'm able to take not just during those 10 days, but further. I'm able to continue using that, which is really cool because that shows me it's stuck with me. Half of these I'm not even thinking about. I'm not even thinking about catching my, oh, no, I don't want to plant that kind of thought into my brain. I'm going to think this thought instead, because what we think is what we create. And I hadn't fully understood it to the degree that I did after this cleanse. And so I'm finding my own policeman in my head is catching it even now after the cleanse. It's been a couple of weeks since that cleanse, and yet I'm still catching those thoughts. I'm still, oh, I heard that, but I'm not going to stick with it. And I'm still finding myself happily doing things. Yes, it's not as intense of healing. Yes, it's not as tense as those 15 pounds that I lost at the beginning. But I'm still feeling good with my body. I'm still moving. I'm still releasing. I'm still feeling the inflammation that I had before, which didn't even realize it wasn't as much weight at that beginning. It was the inflammation that I was losing. I still feel that difference now. And for me, that's really important. And I am infinitely grateful for. And I truly know that this cleanse has made a difference in my life. I mean, I'm still young. I've still got a ways to go. I still know I have a lot more to learn about myself, about healing, about this world. But I know that this cleanse was really important for me and where I want to be in my future and who I want to be with my health. So thank you so much for this cleanse opportunity. I am really grateful for it. I know that everyone's experience is going to be different. It's going to be unique. It's going to be different for them depending on what their body is doing. I mean, we've had how many years to build up to where we are now? It's going to take some time to get back to where we want to be. But I'm really grateful for how far I've come in just this time. And I'm really grateful for how I feel right now. One thing, specifically since I've waited, from the first 10 days, one thing that I've found that changed, that was a huge difference to me, was my menstrual cramps. I never had period cramps until I was about 17, 18, and then it was like, it hit me like a bulldozer. It was intense, it was excruciating. Oftentimes I would be screaming in my pillow, crying, or everything in between, specifically on that first day, if not on, of my period. It was just one of the most intense, excruciating things I had ever felt, and I've been in pain before. And up until now, I'm almost 21 now, I've just been having that, and there's been times when it's not as bad, and there's times where it's even worse. You know, it's been like a bumper car kind of a thing. I try this, try to get better, because I don't like painkillers, because I know that the pain is just an alarm of telling me what's going on. So yes, I have had to take painkillers before because it was such an excruciating pain and I had work, or I had to do this, or I had to do this. You know, you got to go through the pain to live life, right? But anyways, after the cleanse, I had my time of the month, and the first day came and it went. Second day came and went. Third, continue. Nothing. I didn't have a single period cramp my entire cycle. The month before, I had been in such excruciating pain, I literally was screaming in my pillow, to all of a sudden, nothing. Like, I could feel my body was, doing its cycle, but I wasn't having any of the excruciating pain. If that's not a testimonial right there, I don't know what is, because I had been trying things for years to get my body back into balance. And then suddenly I find this cleanse, I do the 10 days, I do the juices. I tried to do it as intensely and focused as I possibly did, because I'm spending my time and my money. And if I'm going to do that, I want to spend it wisely. And so I spent my time on the spectral. I spent my time doing the vibration platform, on the juices, on the classes, truly trying to process all the information, the foot detoxes, massage, all of that. I wanted to use that, but I had no idea how much of a difference it would make for me. I mean, to go from literally 180 degrees from one to another, that's huge for me. And I'm so grateful, even if it gave me a pause just for this time and, whatever. I'm so grateful for this knowledge, because I know I did it once. I know I can do it again if I continue following through with what I learned, with this consistency. I'm just so grateful for what I can do for my future. So thank you.